Your self-esteem is a castle built on the foundation of your own belief. But have you ever noticed that some people enter your life not to shelter there, but to crumble it from the inside out? You might look in the mirror and see only flaws, convincing yourself you are broken. But pause for a moment. What if that critical voice in your head isn't yours? What if it belongs to a friend who secretly feeds on your insecurity? Welcome to Todayisagift, a sanctuary for the soul. The most dangerous aspect of fake friendship is not open betrayal, but the slow, invisible erosion of your identity. You blame yourself for feeling small, unaware that you are being systematically dismantled by someone who needs you to be weak so they can feel strong. Today, we will expose the 4 subtle mechanisms these individuals use to hijack your self-worth, so you can finally stop apologizing for your existence. To help us continue this journey of healing, please subscribe to our channel and stand with us. Before we reveal these truths, reflect on your current connections and comment A or B below. When you leave a conversation with your closest friend, how do you feel? A, I feel drained, anxious, and question if I said the wrong thing. B, I feel lighter, understood, and confident in who I am. Let us descend into the psychology of this destruction to understand exactly how your self-worth is being dismantled, piece by piece. The first weapon they wield is the mechanism of erasure, turning you into the invisible person within your own friendship. Based on the toxicity of one-sided indifference, this tactic is subtle but devastating. Recall the moments when you shared a fragile hope or a heavy sorrow, only to be met with a glazed look, an interruption, or a swift redirection back to their own life. This is not merely poor listening. It is a calculated message that your inner world is irrelevant. When this happens repeatedly, the silence begins to scream. You start to internalize their apathy as your own inadequacy, convincing yourself that you are boring, that your emotions are a burden, and that you must shrink yourself to earn a sliver of their attention. Once they have reduced your presence, they introduce the second mechanism, the distorted mirror. A true friend reflects your light, but a fake friend holds up a funhouse mirror that magnifies only your flaws. They utilize the toxicity of constant criticism and the exploitation of your insecurities to reshape your self-image. They might disguise their cruelty as brutal honesty or playful teasing, targeting your appearance, your career, or your wildest dreams. They know exactly where your armor is weakest because you trusted them with that knowledge. By constantly highlighting what is wrong with you, they blind you to what is right, leaving you to stare at a reflection that is ugly, incompetent, and unworthy of love. You begin to see yourself through their eyes, forgetting that their vision is clouded by their own need to feel superior. As your confidence fractures, they deploy the third and perhaps most disorienting tactic, reality gaslighting. This stems from the dynamic of the fake apology. When you finally summon the courage to express that you are hurt, they do not offer a genuine apology. They offer a denial of your reality. They say, I am sorry you feel that way, or you are being too sensitive. These words shift the blame from their actions to your reaction. It is a psychological sleight of hand that makes you question your own sanity. You stop trusting your intuition. You begin to wonder if you are indeed crazy or demanding, and when you lose trust in your own perception, your self-esteem collapses because you no longer believe you are capable of knowing the truth. Finally, to ensure you remain trapped, they lock you in the guilt cage. This is the weaponization of history, born from the toxic habit of scorekeeping. In a healthy bond, mistakes are forgiven and released. In a fake friendship, your past errors are archived and weaponized. Every time you try to stand up for yourself, they drag out a ledger of your past failures to silence you. They keep you in a state of perpetual emotional debt, reminding you of how much you owe them or how bad you were years ago. A person who believes they are fundamentally guilty, who feels they are forever a sinner in the eyes of their friend, can never hold their head high. They use this guilt to chain you to the floor, ensuring that you never rise above the low value they have assigned to you. If you allow these silent mechanisms to continue, you pay a price far greater than loneliness. You surrender your very voice.
Sorry.
You risk living as a shadow in your own story, perpetually apologizing for your existence. But the moment you recognize these traps, the illusion breaks. You realize that you were never broken. You were simply looking into a distorted mirror. To walk away from such a connection is not an act of betrayal, but an act of rescue. Rescuing the vibrant, confident self that has been buried under layers of guilt and gaslighting. The profound lesson here is that your worth is an inherent truth, not a negotiable currency. You must guard it fiercely. Apply this today by refusing to accept any reflection that makes you feel small. Which of these 4 behaviors have you encountered most often in your life? Please share your experience in the comments below to help others feel less alone. If this video helped you reclaim your power, please subscribe to Today is a Gift. You are a masterpiece worthy of protection. Until next time.